I'm your host, Scott, and I'm here with the man, Pino.
5-star Pino.
Yes,
oh,
yes. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
I don't know, guys. When is the cutoff time to stop telling people Happy New Year? I'm not sure. But
3
Happy
months.
New Year.
3 months.
Because I haven't seen you guys for the year.
Definitely.
You haven't seen me for the year. You haven't seen Pino for the year. So, I mean, Happy New Year. Welcome back to Vibe Check, your weekly dose of what's happening here in St. Kitts, keeping you informed, updated, with spotlight recaps, everything to keep you informed.
Very entertaining.
Very entertaining, like Pino said. We have a lot in store for you.
Oh, yes.
For
2024.
It's going to be an epic year. We have episodes that are going to keep you at the edge of your seat, keeping you educated, entertained, like I said, and informed. We're going to take a short break, hear from our sponsors, those persons keeping us afloat, keeping us abreast, keeping us running. We'll be right back after this break.
Here are your hosts with Value Mart IGA specials.
Running January 25th to February 7th.
Now our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Ocean Spray Cranberry Raisins, $10.99. IGA Anti-Central Everyday Cocktail and Dry Roasted Peanuts, $12.99. Lender's Bagels, $12.99. Tostina's Party Pizza, $9.99. Kraft Barbecue Sauce, $7.49. Purex Liquid Detergent, $15.99. And now our very low weekly
Value deals. Starter Kiss Tuna, $3.99. Hunt's Diced Tomato, $6.49. IGN Essential Everyday Mac and Cheese, $2.99. Mott's Applesauce, $13.79. Nabisco Ritz and Triscuit Crackers, $14.99. Equaline Mouthwash, $10.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart, dale mi Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Skanipo, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Join ZIZ Television for the return of Healthwise on Monday, January 22nd at 8:30 p.m. for a look at men's health, chronic diseases, and mental health. Healthwise will be hosted by Dr. Algie Pear, Dr. Monique Lescott, Dr. Patrice Lawrence, and Dr. Jolette Woodley. Join ZIZ TV every Monday for the medical information you need to make educated decisions to live a healthy lifestyle. Healthwise, Mondays on ZIZ TV, returning January 22nd at 8:30 p.m.
Like I said, we have so much in store for you. So much. But this episode, we're going to do a bit of a Sugar Mass recap.
Definitely.
A lot happened for Sugar Mass 52. So this episode, we're going to do a little wrap up. We're going to celebrate the royalties for Sugar Mass 52. Those winners. And I mean, we would not have been able to talk to all of them, unfortunately. But
most of them.
Some of them.
But first up,
we're going to
go into wheel.
We're going to do a spotlight recap because Juve was a movie. For those persons who would have participated, you could drop some comments and let us know what it was like for you. Sugar Mass 52, a movie. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to really participate. I don't know about you. How was it?
Wait, you dropped sleep? Yeah.
No, I had to work. I was a responsible adult.
Oh, well, I
worked. I unfortunately were bringing coverage for Juve.
You had to work and coverage. Well, I was in Extreme Juve.
They were massive.
Telling you, man.
And with the mature ones,
Rascal,
Rascal always comes through for the more mature revelers.
Definitely.
Big up, shout out to the winners for Juve. That was Red Devils Army. They came out in their numbers and they looked so sweet on the road. Another memorable one was Small Axe when they were coming up Fort Street. Bro, that was amazing. Just seeing all those flags waving.
Definitely.
Let's check this vibe.
We're back with Vibe Check. You check that vibe just now? Juve morning.
A movie.
Telling you,
is
man.
all I have to say about that. Next, we're going to go into the much anticipated for the kids.
Yes.
Junior Parade.
Junior Parade.
We had this year, they were displaying patriotism in line with the 40th anniversary of our independence. So we saw the young kids on the road adorned in their.
And also, Bowl Carnival had the troop. Which can't remember it. OMG. When I catch it, I'll bring it back.
Yeah. But until he catches it, we're gonna show you some highlights of Children's Carnival Junior Parade. Check it out. They were having a great time.
Why? Yeah.
They had no fear. They
Definitely,
were having
they was
the
having
best time
of their life.
I love that.
And Bowl Carnival was majestic tales of the tropics.
And they were beautiful. Oh yes. My. I think the children every year, honestly, they go above and beyond, and they continue to build on the costume designs.
Definitely quality.
The quality for sure. And the concept, there's always a story behind it, and
definitely I love that too.
So other than them building that cultural representation with our young people, they're also teaching them.
Yes.
So they're building culture and teaching them at the same time, and I love that. So we're going to be back. We have so much more in store for you. Stick and stay. It's Vibe Check. We're going to take this break.
ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Scanipal, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Join ZIZ Television for the return of Healthwise on Monday, January 22nd at 8:30 p.m. for a look at men's health, chronic diseases, and mental health. Healthwise will be hosted by Dr. Alger Pear, Dr. Monique Lescott, Dr. Patrice Lawrence, and Dr. Jolliff Woodley. Join ZIZ TV every Monday for the medical information you need to make educated decisions to live a healthy lifestyle. Healthwise, Mondays on ZIZ TV, returning January 22nd at 8:30 p.m.
Here are your hosts with Value Mart IGA Specials.
Running January 25th to February 7th.
Now our Value Club Blue Tag Specials. Ocean Spray Cranberry Raisins, $10.99. IGA Anti-Central Everyday Cocktail and Dry Roasted Peanuts, $12.99. Lender's Bagels, $12.99. Tostina's Party Pizza, $9.99. Kraft Barbecue Sauce, $7.49. Purex Liquid Detergent, $15.99. And now our very low weekly
All your deals. Starter Kiss Tuna, $3.99. Hunt's Diced Tomato, $6.49. IGN Essential Everyday Mac and Cheese, $2.99. Mott's Applesauce, $13.79. Nabisco Ritz and Cheesecake Crackers, $14.99. Equaline Mouthwash, $10.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart, Dynamis Foundation.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
Welcome back, welcome back.
Definitely.
We just witnessed, well, we just had a break actually.
But before that, we have the children parade.
And that was such a beautiful display of culture, arts, and creativity.
Colors
I love
also.
that.
But
Colours.
now we're going into the grand parade.
And they call it what? Pretty Mass. And you'll
Pretty
see
Mass.
why they call it Pretty Mass. Beautiful.
The ladies,
shout out Ultra because they are the road match. Well, not road match, but the Pretty Mass winners for 2023-2024. Sugar Mass 52. Shout out to
Definitely.
Ultra. I commend their team every year.
yeah.
This is
They
what,
always
6
bring
years
it.
running? 6
Big up
years
yourself, Ultra.
running.
I want to big up all of them. Ultra, Lux, newcomer this year, No Valley.
Yeah, they
No Valley Mass
amazing on
came
the
second
road.
runner up. Like
I love it. I think they came
newcomer
out.
too. Just Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah,
Zeus
got
was there last
Queen of the Bands.
Yes.
Definitely.
And that Ashley Allers and his crew.
I think his daughters, not actually all of they care. He take a step back.
I saw him
and
on
he
the
got-
road in his.
He was in the King of the Bands.
And what I loved about Ashley's performance this year, well, King and Queen of the Bands, that we haven't seen in a very long time, is those costumes being pulled.
But
I haven't seen that.
that
since
is
I
so
was
true.
a child.
Yes, that is so,
And
so,
it
so
was
true.
Such a
Yes,
great.
yes.
I love
Some of the kids then was frightened. Like, mommy, what?
Yeah, because we haven't seen costumes so big.
Big, yeah.
Before. Well, they
And the
might.
creativity again.
We
Awesome.
hadn't seen that in a very long time. So we appreciate seeing that on the road for Sugar Mass 52. And we hope to see more.
More.
Of that type of display on
For Sugar
street.
Mass 53.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Show our creative side. Bring out those street, what they call them? Trolleys? Not trolleys. Floats.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And if you do, not to compare Sugar Mass 52 to others, but in St. Vincent, for example, their floats are so elaborate. It's like a parade for itself.
Well, I haven't seen it,
I
so I
appreciate
think
that.
Vybe Check need to do some island
Guys,
hopping.
Well, sponsor us. Check us out. Send us some
So we could bring back the
cash app
entertainment.
to
Yes.
you. And that is what we're here to do. Take you-
Definitely.
So, enough chatting. We're going to take you into the spotlight recap for Grand Parade. Grand Parade was
Trust me.
beautiful.
Bye.
The ladies obviously went above and beyond. The girlies showed up and showed out.
Tomorrow can be Sugar Mass 53, my age.
Showed up
and showed out. So big up for ourselves, definitely. The ladies them this year with the
And I mean, and the gents too, guys, not to leave you out, you guys looked great on the road. Men and women.
I mean, no, but I know about the ladies.
You can't come
I don't know about the fellas them, but the ladies them, it was, you came
Chef's
and you
kiss.
showed out.
Chef's kiss. And I agree.
Definitely.
Beautiful costumes, designs, over the top, not over the top in a bad way. I love that you guys came out and showed your best designs this year. Last year, looking forward to what's to come for Sugar Mass 53 from our Pretty Mass bands.
Definitely.
Right.
So what's up next?
Next, we have an interview. Like I said, this episode is to talk with our royalties, those winners.
The winners
from
for Sugar Mass 52. Yes.
And up next, we have a short interview with our Miss Teen St. Kitts Nevis.
VHS.
VHS Storms, let me hear you say raw. You're right. They were there showing their support.
Hold up. Yeah, here just now. BHS Storms, let me hear you. Hello, Storm.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Guys, I think that's me trying to put Washi Wildcats because obviously I'm a Washi.
I'm from BHS.
I'm from Washi.
I'm a
Stormer.
Wildcat. Yeah, so get it right, no?
You guys know Washi is where the best are.
Yeah, we have BHS, birthplace of champions.
Argue with your mother. Okay, so we're going to just jump into this interview with Miss Teen St. Kitts and Nevis, Caitlin Wilson. All right, welcome to Vibe Check. I am here with the beautiful, the talented Caitlin Wilson, Miss Teen St. Kitts and Nevis 2023-2024. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations on your win, first and foremost. How does it feel to be the winner of this prestigious crown?
I feel very happy that I won, and I feel very relieved that all my hard work came out into this and I wanted this title.
Awesome. And let's talk about the show. It was a show that you had to spend a lot of time preparing for. Let's talk about that. What inspired you to enter into this show?
I would like to say that my chaperone, Desi Brown, she helped me recognize that I have a lot of talent and I have a lot of potential, and my love for the performing arts really grew, and I watched shows growing up and I was like, wow, I really want to do this. So she inspired me to go along and pursue my dream into being in pageantry.
Awesome. And in terms of your talent, what inspired that talent of choice?
Well,
was it something that you were already in, something that you were, I've seen pictures, obviously it had to be something that you were already involved in. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, in about 2022, I joined Poise and aerial classes, and I grew a loving for it very quickly, and I went to training in Texas for aerial. And for the talent, people always saw me on the hoop and the ring, and they were like, oh, she gonna do this, she gonna do that. So she thought, why not do the trapeze, because it's never been seen in St. Kitts, and it was really easy for me to adapt to. So I was like, hey, this is gonna win and we're going to do this.
Yes.
For my aerial part, I only started about 2 weeks before the show because I already have a very strong strength into that. While for the dance, it was more of the focus because the judges are dancers, so they would see more of my mistakes in dancing, while I'm the only person who can do trapeze. So it was like I make a mistake and they'd be like, oh, okay, she make a mistake, points off. I could make a mistake and they wouldn't realize I could just cover it up. So it was really easy to adapt to the trapeze, and there was a lot of preparation into that, skills and the drops and stuff. Yes. While the dance part was more of a, okay, you're gonna have to improve your technique a little bit, which took about 2 months at least, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be.
So in total, how long did it take you to prepare for the night of the show? When did you start your preparation?
I started at the end of September.
So you had a short, tight window.
Yeah.
Wow. That required some level of dedication. How were you able to manage and balance that? Your rehearsals, because you had your talent to deal with, you had your, I'm sure, your voice, your speeches to deal with. How were you able to balance all of that with school?
Well, I have different chaperones for my different talents and stuff like that. So with school ended about December 2nd. I just had a specific schedule on when I will focus on school and when I will focus on the talent and stuff, because government schools finish 2:15 on Thursdays. So after school I would just focus on the show and Fridays, while other days I just try to focus on school and keep my education top priority, while the other stuff like my speech, I had my chaperone for speech. She only had like probably once a week. Close to the show was like twice a week, so it wasn't really a very something I had to like do a lot of time managing for. But the talent took up I think most of my time, but we only focused on that while school was finished.
Oh, okay. And you said you had multiple chaperones.
Yeah.
How were you able to keep up with those chaperones? Were they checking in on you? Were they saying, hey, did you review? Did you improve? Did you do any run-throughs? How was the relationship built?
Well, I'm close with all my chaperones. I've known them for quite a while before I went in the show, and almost all of them act exactly alike. So it's just like I'm talking to one person.
Nice.
And my main chaperone was like, she had the majority segments, while the others were just for the little other segments. So it was just like a little, did you do this, did you do that, like homework and stuff like that. So it was just easy to like manage all of them at the same time.
Okay. And those are the persons that really made up your team.
Yeah.
Okay. And talking about your team, how were you able in times where it became a little bit overwearing? I'm sure that happened at some point where you felt a bit frustrated. How were you able to move out from that and really keep your head in the game to continue on?
Well, my chaperone, she seen me through highs and lows even before the show. So she really knew how to handle my emotions and tell me, you're going to be fine, you're going to do this, and it will end up, you will become the queen, and you'll make everybody happy. So she just tried to boost my confidence while I'm tired, I'm hungry, sleepy. So she just tried to give me the kind of energy that I need to bring out the energy that she needs.
How has your local community or family supported you, other than your chaperones? How were they able to support you on this journey?
Well, my mom is my biggest supporter. She helped me through everything. She was like one of my chaperones, to be honest.
Nice.
And then, you know, I had my team. They were very supportive. My sister, my grandmother, my family was just, you know. And then the Basta High School, my principal, Mr. Backless, he's like my father figure, to be honest. So it's like he really supported me, and the school really supported me. I saw the blue flags, and I was like, okay, okay, the energy is up. So I'm going to give them the energy that they need.
How did it feel at that moment when you came out and you'd made your first appearance as the ambassador for Miss VHS?
Well, behind stage, I got a little nervous, but I know as soon as I hit the stage, I just like, it is on. This is it
it's
now.
Go time. It's game
time.
So
I went and I gave most of my energy, and I was like, okay, this is the first appearance they're gonna see, so I'm going to set the standard for the rest of the show.
Yes, and that you did. That you did. Congratulations. Oh, you made me so proud. What advice would you give to other teens that are looking at you that would want to walk in your footsteps outside of the talented teen aspect of it, in terms of talent and just the confidence that you have?
Well, I like to put God first, because my mantra was, if God is within her, she will not fail.
That's mine too.
Yes, and
Psalms
I think
46 verse 5.
Yeah. And then I would just tell them that it will boost your confidence in a way that you will never see yourself in. And if you don't do it, you'll be like, I should have done this, I should have done that. So I think you should do it. And if you feel like giving up, just let God take over, and He will do the rest for you.
And that He does. And that He does. And you are obviously testament to that. And in terms of any other pageants or any other showcases of that sort, are you intending to enter into that?
I would like to enter the Caribbean Miss Caribbean Talented Teen, and maybe in the future, if I come back to St. Kitts, I'll just be Miss St. Kitts, or going to the Black Colleges pageants and just
HBCUs. Yes, nice. And in terms of aspirations and after this, in terms of education,
What are you looking to become? What's your career
I would like to be a doctor.
A doctor.
An obstetrician.
An obstetrician.
Because I like to see feminine health top priority, and I would like to just help her, and I like to see babies, so I just want to, handle with those, and like the ultrasounds, and I'm really into the scientific kind of doctor part of the career path.
Okay, so you're already doing your sciences, you're in 3rd form now? 4th form, so you're preparing for your SBAs and your CXC exams, and I'm sure you're sitting, 9 or 10? More than that?
Kind of.
Okay. And I hope you're doing them in phases, so you're not overwhelmed.
I'm not overwhelmed.
Great. All right, so any other words you want to share with our audience? Any young lady that might be looking at this show and that would want to hear something from you specifically, you could just shout them out. Or any shout outs you want to give, as a matter of fact.
I would like to shout out to my main chaperone, my biggest chaperone, my biggest supporter, Desi Brown. I would like to shout out my mother, Andrea Watley. I would just like to say, if you want to go into a pageant, do it, and do it now. The time is now. Thank you.
Awesome. And this has been Vibe Check. I've been your host, Scott Hendrickson, or you could call me Scott. Here on this show, you know you call me Scott. I've been chatting with the Miss Teen St. Kitts and Nevis, Miss Caitlin Wilson, a beautiful young lady, you'll say so yourself. Thank you for watching. Stick and stay for more Vibe Check.
Welcome back, and that was the multi-talented
Caitlin
Wilson. Such a poised young lady.
From BHS Summers, yes. I just had to put that in your...
I rolled. Congratulations, sweetheart. You done a great job.
Awesome.
We are so proud of you. And she is the only person on the island that knows how to do her talent. So I'm looking forward to see more young ladies get into...
You see the boastiness?
That has nothing to do with her being from BHS.
You see the boastiness? Okay. She's the only one on the island in the federation.
Fair, and give Jack her jacket.
Okay.
I mean, royalty. She is royalty and deserves that indeed. So shout out to Caitlin. No shouts out to you, Pino. No. She got that on her own. No help from Pino.
No, may not.
Right? So we're gonna go into a short
commercial break. Come back tomorrow.
Shout out to our sponsors. And we'll be back.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Skonifer, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the 1st and 3rd Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Join ZIZ Television for the return of Healthwise on Monday, January 22nd at 8:30 p.m. for a look at men's health, chronic diseases, and mental health. Healthwise will be hosted by Dr. Algie Pear, Dr. Monique Lescott, Dr. Patrice Lawrence, and Dr. Jolette Woodley. Join ZIZ TV every Monday for the medical information you need to make educated decisions to live a healthy lifestyle. Healthwise, Mondays on ZIZ TV, returning January 22nd at 8:30 p.m.
Next is DJ Terror Sunset Wild Safari event.
In my opinion, Pet of the Year.
Pet of the Year.
Again, I go with your mother. Pet of the Year.
Definitely, yes.
Hands down. I had a great
ambience, atmosphere, like the music.
The DJs, the ambience, the crowd,
the
food. Guys, I had a lobster pasta, made personally for me.
A lobster pasta.
Chef's kiss. VIP was
Yeah, yeah.
It was an experience.
VIP was
if you missed it, it's okay. We got you covered. We got you covered. Let's check out this spotlight recap from
Sunset.
It's DJ Terror. I come from a place of love. Vibes from you just never stop. Like something that's trigger away. Like the rhythm that's give me energy. 10,000 long strong. On the way. Tell them if you don't want. Nobody. I see this one for culture. Every man's got leader. Please say no, let's go. Jump up. Hands in the sky and jump up. People jump high and jump up. Somebody jump up. From the way. Jump up. Everybody jump up. All over there. Watch this in the capital, so I feel like I'm in top again. Jump and shake it up again. Live with all the one and go. Oh, please, right. Aisha, Nisha, Keisha, Ben right over. Rishima, Latoya, Charisma, Ben right over. Tatiana, Shanika, Danisha, Ben right over. Listen, if your name end with a A, Ben right over. Ben right over. Ben right over. Ben right over. If your name end with a A, Ben right DJ Terror.
Whoa. No, you see what we're talking about? OMG.
Chef's Kiss. Bet at the year. So, Taro, shameless plug. Don't forget to call us next time.
Definitely.
Right? So, like I said, this episode is to honor our royalties for Sugar
The winners.
52. And what better way than our Panorama champs? The ever winning
4P champs.
I am so proud of them.
Definitely.
EBJ Harmonics, guys, great job. And to perform one of my favorite songs, Long Live Soca by one of my favorite acts, Voice. It was like a special rendition to me.
To you.
I love that.
Look at it. Take my ear, taking
so,
us
because
shining
I
off for EBJ, you know.
I'm just going to share it with you guys. We're going to just have a quick chat with them.
You know, let's go, yeah. Let's go because she wants to call you shy.
I'm sorry.
Hey, and you don't know, it's Vybe Check. And we're here chatting with the 4P champions, EBJ Harmonics. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure.
First up, I want to say congratulations on winning Sugar Mass 52 Panorama competition. Tell me, first up, how do you feel?
Speechless feeling. Yeah, it feels good. Hard work, and at the end of it, it's just joy all over, inside and out. So
Nice.
that's it, like.
Okay, so can you take us behind the scenes and share some details about the intense preparations for the competition?
Well, I mean, it was a period of what, 6 months of preparation.
6 months are preparing for this one night?
One night, 8 minutes.
The preparation starts from the song selection.
Yeah, from the song selection, from the conceptualization of the storyline,
the arrangements, the conversation between the pieces and what we want to show on the night.
It was a process.
Okay. So the choice of music is crucial. How did you go about selecting the songs?
We leave this one up to the casino. Well, for sure. The criteria is one of the major things you look at, and the song by itself must match the criteria in a sense. Not the entirety, because you still have to do work with it. But how can you get this song to fit into the criteria? That's the first thing. The second thing is basically we react. What was happening, what's going on around, and you could attest to it, Pino. Soca is a dying issue in the federation, and I can speak from it on the mic directly.
Yeah, can you been there?
So I will speak from it through to the arrangement and the song choice. So that was the whole idea. It's just about where we at in life. As a band and as a country or something that we could speak of. Not only calypsonians can do it, but the music, the instruments can do it as well.
I love that. So Panorama is a team effort. How do you guys work together to create such a harmonious performance?
The team effort comes from, I'll be honest, argument, disagreements, and as we sit together for the 8 minutes on the stage, in harmony, we come together at the end to execute such a masterpiece that we did on the 27th of December.
Nice.
Just to add to what Shamar said, the band is filled with many creatives. You know that creatives are one of the most prominent people right now, especially in the arts industry. So because we have so many different...
So a lot of head will knock in.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We had regional ideas with regional players. Like it was a long list of players with different skill set that we had to put together to make one. And as you see, we were successful.
So every journey has its challenges. Could you tell me about some of the challenges and how you overcome them?
Well, one of the bigger challenges that we had this year was location. You might think, okay, yes, the pans are stored in a building, but we had some challenges in terms of even accessing our pans. During, our preparation period, it was a bit stressful, and we went a few days, maybe even up to a week or two, where we didn't even have practice because we couldn't access the pans, we couldn't practice freely, that kind of thing. So that was one of the bigger challenges that we had as well.
Secondly, one of the other big challenges were the arrangement for this year and the practicing to execute the arrangement. Every single person in the band, all 42 players, 35 pan players, was stressing at some point, was ready to quit, was ready to, hey, me coming back. Some persons was like, yeah, this is the end, leaving the band house at 1 o'clock in the morning for a month straight, just to get the practice and just to get the perfection that we needed to win this Panorama. So the arrangement was a big killer this year, and we had a different style of arrangement this year from Trinidad. We had to thank Michael, which was a player of ours last year, and he went and he did his thing. As you heard, he more than did his thing to the point where he make us feel we wasn't comfortable. Yeah. We was on our toes for everything, like, alright, what coming next? We ain't going to hear this piece until 2 weeks before, so I'll be prepared. Like, we had to be on our toes for the arrangement, and I would say that was one of our biggest challenges.
Okay, well, Panorama night must have been electric. So give me some moments, some memorable moments on that night.
Introduction to this video.
Yeah.
From the video.
Hard.
Transition from the video to the stage. Then
Who came up with that? It was...
I'll say the master mind behind you.
I'll tell you, I am driving somewhere one day, MJ Byron calling me. I'm like, okay, what MJ want? So Sanjay, he was away, I think in New York.
Yeah,
he was signing up.
He was out the country.
He was on a train station and he had some kind of thought, a little grim, and I was like, okay, where's this going? But this is the idea, what do you think? And I was like, well, it's doable. And he brought it home, we shared it with the rest of the band, and we were able to execute. But awesome. MJ was the
mastermind intro.
He had the vision.
Down to the most memorable part, which was the heartbeat that a lot of persons thought it was a programming. Little did they know it was an instrument on the stage that was built by no other than CEO and the captain of the band, just to manufacture that sound for that key moment, because we had to signify that, hey, soca, live it. Long live soca. And so said, so done.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay, community impact now. Tell me, how do you feel the win impact the local community?
I think I'll start with this. We have more eyes looking than we think. Young and old. And every day you walk around, you recognize it more and more. Like, hey, congratulations, from the little child in Dr. William Connor School to the older folks, taxi man who don't even come to the thing. Yeah. Say, I was good. And you know, you bring that whole positive vibes, and the thing that stood out to me and stands out to me every day is that they're glad to see young people taking the steel pan thing, running with it and making it great as it is today, especially from where it was a couple of years ago, 7 years ago, to now. And you know, I just promise my past tutor and promise everybody around me that steel pan will be alive once I am alive and after I am alive. So that is what we're working on, and that is it for me. That is the impact we need, and that's the impact we're gonna fight for all the time.
Nice. I love that. I'm a fan of it. I love that. Okay, so looking forward now. So now that you secured the title, what's next for EVJ Harmonics? Any upcoming events, plans?
What we intend to do is a lot of events that will be birthed out of the band. We thought not to wait on anybody to put on a show that we could be on. So steel band events, concerts, gospel concerts is one of the things that we are working on at the moment, because during the carnival season, you know, those Christians will choose not to for whatever reason come to the park and what's not, and most of them complain is throughout the year, what about us, what about
when is our turn? When is our turn?
For sure, the pan is not limited to any genre or any type of music, so that is something that we will take on and join in with the band in Nevis, or Wally Rhythms, taking on this venture to put on a mega gospel concert via pan.
I love that. So guys, ever thought about taking the pan into schools and teaching the youths them?
Well, with that, I would say the availability and time is a problem. So is where we created our own venture of School of Pan, where we have on Saturday mornings from 9 to 11 we have our students that we teach every Saturday. Improve, teach them the songs, teach them anything to do with music, the fundamentals of music. Well, School of Pan the entry would be through either email, which is the band email, ebjharmonics@gmail.com, I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Any social medias or any band member, you just reach out and you communicate that you are interested, and we'll move you from there. We'll assess you. Certain persons see the band on stage and be like, I want to join, everybody ready to join. But certain persons we know haven't played pan before and they're interested, and we don't want to shun them away or kill their interest. So it's where we created a venture for those who may not have played but are interested through School of Pan.
Age limit, just to add to that.
There is no age limit?
No.
None at all.
Well, from 6, but it goes all the way up.
Yes. We had teachers blending with students in School of Pan on Saturdays, where, as you said, the age gap is big, but you don't feel that way in School of Pan because you're really there for the pan and to speak through the music. So, yes.
In that light too, I think that the School of Pan is a good avenue, because then you get the transition, basically like a graduation from School of Pan
to the big band. Yes.
The competition vibe, you get to play for competition, playouts and all that. So you're getting the full experience, you know?
Yes, since 2021 we have been filtering members from School of Pan into the band. So almost every year we have a new player from School of Pan representing School of Pan. Yes. The age, the youngest was 9, if I'm correct. Not this year, but in general.
No, sorry.
So it was what? 7. So the youngest was 7 when we won our second title in 2020. Yeah.
Oh no, that was 9. Oh yeah.
So he was 9 years old. Wow. On the stage, in the front line, running the show, I'm the section leader. And if you was watching, you would not know his age. You would assume he seasoning, he played long time, and this is a veteran. But little bit, the fans know this was his first time, and he was not only known. Yes, and we continue to do that, where we introduce players where we see need. Once they're up to a certain standard, we always
came with the School of Pan.
Yes, always promote your ones. We see that there's a need in the band first, and then your skill level is up to match, and you don't sink under the band and lose interest. So we always try to exercise that part of the band.
Alright, so any last words from you guys? You want to pick up anyone, sponsors, or
definitely. Let me tell you, Pino, if it wasn't for sponsor, I tell you, this would be, finance would have been the most difficult thing. first let me say thank you to the platinum sponsor, Island Flavors, really coming on board year after year, putting in the effort, encouraging words, just being there and encouraging other sponsors to join on with the EVJ Harmonics. Just to the start of it, let me start with uniforms. I
just need to say, hey, me a Scott Nina.
Last year, uniforms ran us about 11 grand.
Yeah. The uniform alone.
Alone.
That's just what we're wearing. Nothing to do with the pans, nothing to do with the confetti.
Last year was about 6,000 something.
Okay. All this for 8 minutes. All this for 8 minutes. Remember that. All this for 8 minutes.
So we maxed about $17,000 last year preparation just to reach on Panorama stage. The winning last year was 15,000. Do your math. I ain't gonna do it for you.
Trust me, I know about that. I know I'm gonna have to put in more than you get back.
And it's for the love. We don't bash anybody.
That is so true.
I think last year they would have understood what we went through. And so this year, well, December gone, they would have upped the price to 20,000. We would have been more prudent with how we deal with the costs and everything that we do. Still trying to get top notch. So the sponsors really,
trust me,
jump on board and kill a lot of that frustration. We had nothing to worry about. Nothing.
Wow.
We're very fortunate.
First time ever, it was like the most comforting thing. Like, hey, let me do this again. And we had sponsors that I shut down. I was like, nah, leave it for next year. Yeah, because we were ready at that point. It was like, hey.
I love that.
Yeah, so we really want to thank them. Island Flavors, Carib, Cable, Luxury Bar. All of them come on in whatever way. It's like I said, a 6-month preparation. 6 months of spending money right up until the night. A Panorama, flags, uniforms, everything, paraphernalia. And you see the shirts out there.
Yeah, they were out in the number.
The fans chipped in their way. We had 150 shirts going. Pre-ordered.
Wow.
We had a limit and we had to extend the limit.
So you hear the code going,
we had a limit for the shirts. We had the limit for the shirts, and after getting the orders, we had to extend it. Like, we have to cater for more people. We got to open it back up, and we end up to the 150. Like, it was crazy. When you reach on the stage and you see the blue shirts and the white shirts down there waiting for you, singing the song along with you, it's like, thank you to the fans. We won't be anything without you. And if anything, the fans are the most boasted. The fans are the most boasted. Like, yes, they boast without us, before us, after us, and past us. So we will be nothing without the fans. Also, I would like to say is just look out for more things. There's 2 things in the works coming from EVJ Harmonics when it comes to Panorama 2024.
Wow.
So we already in the works, we already making plans, we already doing stuff. And all I say is just look out for it. When we do launch what we are launching, we'll be right back on Vibe Check just to launch it with you. Yes.
So there you had it, fellas. All the best future endeavors. And wow, now you understand where they went back to back to back to back.
The confidence, the love, the team unity. I love it.
It's like 12 months, like they go.
And you can see that they're truly dedicated.
Definitely.
They love it.
They're together too. Togetherness.
Exactly. Which are important things in keeping an engine moving.
Yes, definitely.
And you saw that on stage when they performed. Pure vibes. And we love that. That's what we're here for. The vibe, right? So, we're going to take a quick break.
Stick and stay.
Stick and stay. Let's get a word from our sponsors.
Here are your hosts with Value Mart IGA specials.
Running January 25th to February 7th.
Now our Value Club Blue Tax specials. Ocean Spray Cranberry Raisins, $10.99. IGA Anti-Central Everyday Cocktail and Dry Roasted Peanuts, $12.99. Lender's Bagels, $12.99. Tostina's Party Pizza, $9.99. Kraft Barbecue Sauce, $7.49. Purex liquid detergent $15.99. And now our very low weekly
value deals. Starter keys tuna $3.99. Hunt's diced tomato $6.49. IGN essential everyday mac and cheese $2.99. Mott's applesauce $13.79. Nabisco Ritz and Triscuit crackers $14.99. Equaline mouthwash $10.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Dale mi Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Skonipo, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health. Featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Welcome back. And we're going slowly along, unfortunately, but we're not done yet.
No.
We got more for you. We got more for you. It's not done. Like we said, we're honoring royalties for Sugar Mass 52.
And you had the interview with Queen
Independent. She told us a little bit about her journey and what she's doing now.
Definitely.
As a veteran in the Calypso game, 15 years running. 15 years since she won her first Monarch.
Wow.
Shouts out to Queen Independent.
Big up
Let's check out this interview where she gives us a bit of insight, like I said, on her journey.
All right, this is Vybe Check, and I'm Scott, your host. I'm here with the champ multiple times, 15 years running in the game. Miss Independent, welcome to Vybe Check. How are you feeling?
Good day. I'm good.
Awesome. I mean, you've been, on camera, on stage, performing for quite some time, 15 years in the game. Wow. Dedication is what I would call that. Yes?
I guess.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. And I think that you would say that contributed to your win this year, the experience that you would have garnered throughout the years. Yes?
Well, to me, it doesn't matter how much experience you have, you still have to prepare.
And what goes into your preparation for that moment on stage?
Well, I'm lucky enough to have a team, and my team takes care of almost everything. My responsibility is just to get the song together. I have a producer that puts the song together, puts on the music on top of it, Mr. Corey Tyson. I have a manager, Mr. Azim Bailey, that takes care of everything, logistics, everything is done by someone so that all the pressure is not on me.
And that's great. And I think not having that pressure on you, like you said, helps you to focus on delivering a performance on the night. And you would have delivered 2 songs.
Correct.
I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to jump straight into my personal favorite. And you said it's called No Bacchanal?
Not My Bacchanal.
Not My Bacchanal.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so for a couple of years, everybody was saying, of course, Canwis write this, Canwis put her songs together, etc., etc., etc. And with that came a lot of, licks, especially last year, the year before last, because he was now a sitting minister of government. And the questions and allegations were just coming left, right, and center. So I had to clear it up. I was like, listen, die my bacchanal, die mine now.
You were just clearing the air.
Correct, just clearing the air. And of course, defending myself with a lot of the things that were being said. I think for petitions, we just say what we want most of the times.
Yeah.
And it can't be so all the time. Sometimes you have to say no. And Not My Bacchanal is me saying no. And saying this is how we go, and this is how it's always been.
And sometimes it's important to clear the air, just to clear up the misconceptions.
Which is kind of wild to me because I have a sister, she's been singing for a lot of years.
And you mentioned that in the song.
And you can say like, okay, she's sister, I would have take it and leave it, but...
That was so far reaching, you find. And I love that you cleared it up in a song. And not my bacchanal, and that's very much how I like to operate as well. Hands up, no drama. I'm
Correct.
not about it.
Correct.
And that was your stance.
Correct.
And even in that song, you came back with a second song. So you cleared the air and then you made a suggestion. Tell us about your second song.
Okay, so finding topics to write on is very hard sometimes. Sometimes you'll be like, I don't even know what to write. So I was looking for a unique way of putting over social issues. And I thought, who talks about social issues the most than a Calypsonian? So I was like, my suggestion is for a Calypsonian to run. Let's start to make some change. We sing about it every day, we talk about it every day. So give us the opportunity now to implement everything that we're saying.
Right.
But we try to make a little change in the place.
I mean, you have the stage presence. You're able to deliver to an audience.
Correct.
So you already have that public relation aspect down pat.
Correct.
You are known because you're already in the media. So,
well, for me,
personal
there are
interaction.
Calypsonians that I mentioned in the song. Of course, Conway's, who is a sitting minister of government. We have Singing Sandra, who has made a contribution out of this world.
Indeed.
In the region. We have Mr. Haylan Francis, who is the youngest parliamentarian in Trinidad and Tobago, who is also a former monarch.
Yeah.
And then we have so many other young people and persons who have been contributing to politics, to policies, you know, this and that, who also ran in Nevis and so forth, that has been given back. And we need more of this. So I was like, you know, post it and see what we could do.
So is that a hint to let persons know, you know, vote for you in the next election, perhaps? Maybe not this time around, but maybe the next time, because I feel like Calypsonians are so aware of community issues. They're addressing them in a creative way.
We are the mouthpiece of the people.
Exactly. And speaking of being the mouthpiece, I feel like that ties into being an ambassador. An ambassador for the people that you would come into contact with. Those persons who help to shape your music. Tell me about that. Like, when you see a person walking and they see you walking down the street, I'm sure they come up to you and say, hey, I love how you perform, I love your song. How does that continue to shape your music and shape you as an individual?
Well, first of all, you have to know who you're fighting for.
Right.
And one of the things that I decided to do was to fight for the masses. No matter what the song is about, domestic violence, it doesn't matter what the song is about. It's all about the people. And there are so many cries of the people that our leaders can't hear.
Yes.
So we now have to use our God-given gift to come out and say, listen, this is what people are saying, and I'm not only saying that this is what people are saying, but I'm willing to offer a solution. You might use it, but at least, you know, there is something there.
And I love that. I love that you are able to connect those unheard with those who are probably in a position that they're hearing, but they're not hearing necessarily, like you said, what those masses are saying.
Correct.
And I think that comes with a great responsibility.
It does.
How do you manage that?
It does.
How do you deal with that on a day-to-day, honestly, and just functioning as a general citizen in this country?
Well, of course, after the 29th, the 30th, whoever wins, that's the end of that part. But of course, during the year, you still have to do your work.
Exactly.
You still have to speak out on certain things that's happening, etc., etc. So, if you're not interested in it, then you shouldn't do it. But if you have a genuine love for people and so forth, then you are a Calypsonian, you are an ambassador, quote unquote, throughout the year.
Right. And 15 years in the game, you have to have, there must be some love. And I'm seeing, and behind the scenes, there has to be a level of love, obviously. And you would have shared a little bit about those persons that you would have given back to. You've said since you've started your 15-year reign, well, your first reign, your first monarch was 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
And since then, you've been giving back to your alma mater.
Correct. So this year, I gave back to the Basta High School, the birthplace of champions.
We could argue there, but this is not the place nor time.
And I worked with Mr. Nicholas Petty. I wrote for him, and I coached him with some help from Kamal. And we got him the crown.
Yeah.
So I can now boast a little bit. I wrote not only my song but his, and now we have the senior
With
and
no
junior
Congress
monarch
involved.
with no Congress
No
involved.
Congress involved. You heard that, guys? No Congress. PA writes it. Right? And that, I think, awesome play on words. Taking it back to that song. Awesome play on words. A beautiful mix of, and the delivery, everything, your performance on that night, even while on stage. How did you feel in that moment?
The first song, I think I had more fun on stage because Mr. MJ Byron, who is one of the leaders for EBJ, sorry.
Yep.
He has been with me for the full 15 years.
Okay.
From since we were in Fifth Farm.
Wow.
It doesn't matter what show, he's present, and I had the privilege to have him on the stage with me the last time. So when I came out, it was a level of comfort that I've never experienced before.
Yeah.
So him just being there, of course I have an amazing team on the stage, but his presence in particular, when we hit the stage, it was time to go.
Yeah. And I think having that level of comfort while being on stage in front of a crowd of people, a sea of people and judges.
And St. Kitts Crowd is one of the hardest crowds.
We know. We know.
You do something wrong, they're watching you.
Yes, they're right there, ready to let you know. And you could appreciate it. It builds character, it builds strength.
It depends on how you look at it.
Depends on perspective. And it had to have some kind of impact, because in your journey, 15 years strong, I'm sure you would have gotten negative feedback.
Yes.
And so you would have had to focus on those things that you were doing right and recognize, okay, well, they're saying these things. How can I build and make myself better as a Calypsonian? And I think you see yourself bigger than a Calypsonian. You are, like I said, an ambassador. So anyways, you want to share with our audience at this point, I mean, in your capacity.
Whatever you have passion in, just go out and do it. If you love to sing, find an avenue. I mean, we have Soca Monarch, and the Soca Monarch in itself, it needs growing. Doesn't matter if you feel like you could walk up and try a thing. In order for us to keep the culture alive, we must participate. The calypso aspect of it, we have some amazing writers out there. If you can't write, find a writer. That way you're giving a job to not only those who can sing, but those who can write. And we have some amazing producers. We have Corey, we have Ape, we have Chapo. We have so many producers. And this is the time for us to, especially as young people, if we want to keep the culture of St. Kitts and Nevis alive, we have to participate. For the older ones, come to. Everybody is welcome. And for Sugar Mass, it's an opportunity for you to showcase yourself at its best.
Yeah.
And as I say, come join the arena.
Join the bacchanal.
Join the bacchanal. This might be your bacchanal story, not mine.
Right.
But this might be your one.
Right? So any regional, international shows you're planning to enter?
So I'm supposed to be entering the Leeward Island competition. I've entered it before. The highest I've ever placed was second runner. I'm trying to now see.
Take that crown.
How far we could go. Creating new music, so that one thing that I was told is that there's always room to grow.
Always.
Now I look up to who I like to call the 4Ks, which is Conwis Maynard, Kurt Allen, Karine Ashe, and Kibian Willett. So as I watch them and how they perform and how they put together their songs, it's going to allow me to continue to go up and go up and go up and go up. One of the things I keep saying is add a little something, add something, do something
Step
more
out of your comfort zone.
Correct. I did this year with Bacchanal Story, because most of the thing I do is social commentary. I touch politics now and again. But there was like, we like it, continue pushing yourself, continue growing. And one thing I always do is listen to if somebody come and they say, let me talk to you. I will listen to hear what I got to say, especially those that are much older.
Yes.
Because the wisdom they have
always nuggets.
Yes.
Always leaving with a belly full whenever you speak to the
Correct.
elders. I always appreciate that part for conversation, indeed. You've been here with us on Vibe Check. We've been chatting with Miss Independent, the reigning monarch for Calypso 2023-2024 for Sugar Mass 52. She would have won a series of crowns, so many to mention. Do we even run through them? It has been such a privilege to have you here with us.
Thank you.
We look
for
forward
having
to
me.
more times. I mean, when we're not talking about Calypso, maybe we'll talk about some social issues. That would be great.
No problem.
I would love to have that conversation.
No
with
problem.
you. So, look forward to that. Stick and stay for more Vibe Check. I'm Scott. Guys.
Yeah.
That was
I have to big up the females.
She's such a powerful young woman. And one of her song, like I said, not my bacchanal, one of my favorite Calypso songs for Sugar Mass 52. I love that she stood on business. Like she said, she wanted to clear the air.
Yeah, she made a statement this year.
Yeah.
Economists do not write
her songs. So if anyone had any misconceptions, any idea in their mind, she cleared that up for you.
Yes, it's gone.
Shouts out to Queen Independent. Congratulations on your reign, on your win. And we look forward to seeing more of you here with us on Vibe Check.
Oh man, we're almost to the end.
Unfortunately.
Wow.
But before we end, we have another recap for you.
Supple.
Exciting.
Going back into some
Another Sugar Mass event that we look forward to, one of the most
every
anticipated.
year. You can go with your cooler, your drinks. You just have to buy your ice.
Exactly. And we love that.
Yes.
It brings us together. It's a vibe.
Yeah, you have to go with your whole
I'm sure you guys know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I knew you guys would know. I knew you guys would know. All right, so let's check it out. Let's check the vibe.
Finally, finally, we ready to turn up the place right now. We ready to walk up the waist right now. Ready to spread the hands and break away. Finally, outside.
I just wanna know where do you want me? Where you wanna chase her? Young Jake.
Show me how you feel. Yes. Show you feel.
Killer 1, 2, drop off the rhythm like so.
Like a lizard and a limb, nah let go. Like a tiger to a rim, nah let go. Like a artist to a spring, like a whiskey to a limb. You listen to my rhythm, like a finger to a ring, nah let go. Like a guitar to a string, nah let go. Club soda in a gin, like a choir to a hymn. Wait a minute, stick a pin, 'cause when you someone in the life makes you feel so right, so you can't leave it, not leave it. So when you walk sweet juice and you're not leave it. So when you walk sweet juice and you're not leave it. Oh yeah, I said bend over, receive it, 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 bend over, receive it. You don't really care.
To our show, guys. That cane juice event, one for the books.
Yeah, fans, big up yourself,
Definitely.
man.
Has been in the game for a very long time.
Definitely.
He has been putting on awesome events, and we look forward to being a part
All
of it
year round.
for this year, guys. So stick and stay.
Stick and
with
stay.
us. We have
Vibe
so much
check.
more to show. Not this episode, though. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So join us next
man.
Thursday, though, guys. Next Thursday, every Thursday
Come on
after
back.
this,
We are here to keep you informed, keep you updated,
keep you entertained.
This is Vybe Check, and I'm your host, Scott.
I'm 5-Star Pino. Until next week.
This is a Vybe Check. Bye.